So here he is, fresh out the packaging, Clue Sentry. Before we get onto the figure itself, we'll go on to his accessories. He does come with a stand in the shape of an identity disc. This one does have a bit of a scratch on it. You might be able to rub that out a little bit, which is a bit of a shame. It does spoil it a little bit. But other than that, these are the same stands we've seen before. They are sculpted very nice, and the paintwork is done incredibly neatly, with a few bits of detail on the back. Disney Spin Master. I've never really heard of Spin Master before, but the quality of these figures I'm very happy with so far. Also with the Clue Sentry, it does come with a light staff, which is a bit like a sheathed samurai sword by the looks of it. But the paintwork on there is done neatly again. It isn't quite as bright as some of the other oranges that we've had. And it doesn't come apart, that's all it is, one solid staff. And also it does come with another one of these tiny identity discs, which again, even the paintwork along the fine edge of there has been done well, and the sculpt work has been done very well as well, nicely executed. So onto the figure itself, Clue Sentry. We'll quickly show you the light up function. There we go. This one still has the same problem as some of the others, whereas the paint's not quite as neat, a bit of bleeding over, and it does stand out quite a lot. But what can you do, hey? So on to the rest of the paintwork. This whole head looks like it is being moulded in a dull plastic, but then it's actually been painted black to make it shiny. Not quite as neat on this part up here, but still neat enough considering it's orange on black, so it would stand out if it was terrible. So it's not too bad. The same on the back. More detail in here, done quite neatly. Not quite as thick with the paint here, so the black is showing through a little bit, but still you can only see that if you look very up close. And here more orange, none on the top of the legs, but there is a little bit on the front here, and a little bit on the edge of the shoe. The face could have probably done with being painted a little bit better. You can see a little bit of the black through, well, not on the camera because it's showing the shadow. Let's see if we hold him upside down. It's not showing up too badly there, but there is, you can see in person that the skin tone colour hasn't quite covered the black that is in there. So sculpt work of this figure, all the lines seem to be very neat. Good enough, nice hand sculpt. The torso seems to be done quite well, nice, lots of straight lines. The back does look a little bit ugly unfortunately, but that's what you get for the light function. It was aimed at children. This skirt bit on the bottom is incredibly tough, and you can see there it's not quite been stuck into position properly, so there is a little bit of a gap. The legs seem to be sculpted okay, no problems with those, and the boots, not too keen on that mark being there, but they have sculpted the base of the shoes. So if we go on to articulation, the head is on a peg. This peg's actually being painted, and what range of motion do we get out of that? Let's find out. We get a little bit forwards and a little bit back as well, so better than the blackguard, and a left to right, and obviously all the way round. So that's quite a good range of motion for that figure there. The top of this one is on a hinge and a peg that goes into the torso, so you can get it all the way up to the top, down to the side. A right angle, even more than a right angle, obviously if you turn it around you can get it all the way. Can you get it across the chest? Kind of. The sculpt of this one, it's got quite a lot of sharp straight edges on it, so it does hinder it a little bit, but you can get it kind of across, and you can't get it any further back because of this little bit that's poking up there. That is again a peg that goes into the top and just on a hinge, so it does rotate all the way around and hinge as well. And the wrist is just a peg, so just round in a circle for that. Same on this arm. Obviously no ab crunch due to the light function that's inside. The legs are on a peg and then a hinge and then a peg into the top of the leg, so can get it out to the front. Can we get it out to the side? Nope. because that has actually just popped the glue out of that bit there, but considering it wasn't in very neatly, I could probably poke it in a little bit neater, but you can, once that's gone, get it out to the side. It's a shame about that. The knee is on a peg into the top of the leg and then just a hinge, so we do get all the range of motion out of that we want. And the foot is on a peg and a hinge, so you get a round and we get, you can't really get a down, and you could get a tiny up. So even though the articulation's there, the sculpt does hinder it a little bit with that. So the sculpt work and the articulation is not done as well as the blackguard, but all in all it still looks like quite a nice figure. So that is Clue's Sentry figure from Tron Legacy, the Disney movie, in the 3 3/4 inch line. I do like these figures. I think parts of them have been done very well. Shame about the gimmick, it does let it down a little bit, but other than that, if you're using parts for customs, then feet are great, legs are great, arms are good, and head sculpts are nice, so I do recommend these figures. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more Rawpain reviews.